Hello, welcome internet. I am Ink Knight, also known as Gladiator, and I'm joined here by Eternal.
Hello everyone, Diaphle Eternal here.
And we are doing the analysis for the playoffs. This will be the last analysis for this season, I believe. We might do a rundown
Unless you want
at
to do
the
one.
at the end where we look at everyone, see who wins, who loses. We might do that, but other than that, this might be the last one. It's probably gonna be the last one for the last 2 weeks, regardless.
Yeah, definitely the last long one. So I say at the moment we're from 10 teams down to 8 now.
Indeed, indeed. Let's look at the losers. We will talk about them first. We got the humans, Mazarande. We got the halflings, Bungie Man, also known as Ben. We got the orcs, Red Devil, which is you, Eternal. And
That is my old name. And still my YouTube intro because I haven't bothered to update it yet.
and we also got Bright Alts, which is the vampires. We got the humans versus vampires first as our first match to look through. So let's do a bit of a rundown between both of those matches. Let's start with the humans since they're actually the first one that's on there and they have the higher team value of the match between them.
Which one do first? So let's have a look.
The humans.
So they do have the Roger, who has now leveled up. I don't know if that's a new addition or not.
I think it is. I think
He's
he had
on
guard
6
before,
of
though.
16, so I'm gonna say that's pretty new.
I think he already had level up though. But
It's been a few weeks since I've done the rundown.
Yeah, it's okay.
So forgive me.
Either way, the ogre with guard is really good.
God is a good first choice.
He has the best passer in the season, which has a niggle, I believe.
At one point, that ogre was the best receiver, which still boggles my mind.
Yeah, he got a touchdown on me.
On you, that's even worse.
Well, I kind of allowed it at the same time, but I was really wanting to punch his guys when I was playing the game. It's just I wasn't getting the armor rolls.
Chaos.
And
oh, that reminds me of a different game that you played.
I think you probably know you were in it.
Yep.
Either way, when Chaos doesn't roll good armor, it kind of sucks. And
yeah, you're a bit stuff then.
Yeah. Either way, the next one up is his original Steve. He got a strength up when after I won a game against Johnny as his substitution. So Steve is a big player in this game that's coming up with Mighty Blow too.
Strength 4, that means it matches the vampire.
Yeah, and he has Mighty Blow.
Yeah, you could even kill a few thralls.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's a strong player. Then there's also Steve. also awesome.
Steve.
He has strip ball.
Strip ball.
And obviously block because he's a blitzer. So strip ball is really good to have because I don't think there's any sure hands guys against that he's playing against unless you win.
Let's have a check. Yeah. So if it's BV humans in the finals, yeah, there'll be some sure hands. But vampires do not have any, so no, it's not going to affect the first round. But yeah, as you point out, it might potentially affect the second or the finals.
Yep. Got Steve again, which is just a regular blitzer, and he doesn't have anything. Then we got another blitzer, which is really good too. He has guard and Mighty Blow, so there's 2 Mighty Blow characters on here that can potentially make a thrall.
Steve.
Yeah, there's still Steve and just regular Steve.
Okay.
But that can potentially
some damage.
Yes, potentially make a thrall into halfling armor.
Yeah.
We also got agility lineman, which is really good. Do not put that guy on the line, whatever you do. Don't do that. Stop doing that. I saw you did it in your last game. Don't do that anymore.
I was about to ask you, is that what he's been doing?
Yeah.
Like, maybe if it had dodge in AG4, yeah, put it on the line. It's got a decent chance.
Yeah, but yeah. Nothing. Yeah, that guy's going to get hurt.
Maz or Marek, whichever we want, do not put him on the goddamn line.
Exactly. Then there's also finally a regular lineman with block, but also a niggle, just like his thrower.
Is it true?
So
he's got decent. I say a decent amount of blocks. As an orc, it's not
1,
much,
2, 3,
but
4,
for humans
5.
and vamps,
5 block is not bad.
It's pretty dang good.
Not bad. Well, granted, 4 is going to be automatic because blitzers, but it's not bad. Not a horrible human team, especially with the Steve and the thrower. That's really good. Let's look at the vampire team right quick. Unless you want to add some extra comments.
The vampires only have 4 blocks, and even then, one of them is actually missing this game.
Yes, indeed.
He's missing 2 players, which is also is that kick or tackle?
That is tackle, I think.
Okay, so missing him's not as bad.
Yeah, it's a tackle. Because there's
missing one of his blockers.
There is no dodge on the human team, so yeah, tackle's not really a big deal.
No.
He has a Vampire of Depression, which is his best player. Well, maybe not the best player, but I mean, yes, best player because it's a vampire versus a freaking thrall. Vampire's better.
Yeah.
Which
his
has
best player. You know, he's Blodge.
Blodge, exactly. That's what I was going to say. He has Blodge, so Depression is literally going to be depressing to the human team. Bad puns insisted.
There's no tackle on humans to cancel that, is there? Nope. Yeah, that's going to be depressing for him.
Anxiety has blocks, so that's an okay vampire to blitz with. He has a thrall that'll probably be sticking on the line with Find. He has a thrall with leader, so he's going to get an extra reroll. I mean, in his last game, which he lost, leader kind of actually helped.
Yeah, I was going to say, I never really see leader taken, so I see some vampires take pro. To give themselves their own reroll.
Yep.
But yeah, I've never seen a thrall of leader. That's an interesting choice.
And he also has an injury on a thrall that has kick, which brings it down to movement allowance 5. Kick is a good skill. It's a really underrated skill.
Again, not underrated for me. I pretty much take that very, very early because it's so impactful.
Oh, it's definitely a great skill. It's just, say for example, it's really good for a orc team to get it early on because he has a lot of freaking blitzers and a lot of strength guys. If it was something like chaos, it's a lot different because I have a lot more variety, like mutations and whatnot. I don't really go with that kind of stuff, and I have to get block on my guys. It's a lot more rough to get kick on some characters.
To be fair, yeah. I agree there, but so 95% of my Blood Bowl is orc. Like, I'm definitely an orc main. So, yeah. I have the luxury of taking kick quite early.
Yes.
And I definitely know its value.
Orcs are definitely a decent team to begin with, and decent team to begin with the skills. They have so much armor and whatnot. But either way, let's get back to the human vampire team. Bright has a bit more experience than Mazarande, but...
Yeah, Bright is the much more experienced player.
But last week, I believe, the humans actually did win against the vampires, which is kind of funny, because humans fighting vampires again, they get a rematch. They can potentially do way better.
That is a very good point. Also, before we continue that, hello, Joe!
Hi, a bit late, but I'm here.
A little bit late.
So, I presume we're on to the fun shenanigans that are going to be the finals, and I see that I'm up against, apparently, Black Templar, so hopefully luck doesn't screw me over like it did last time.
We are. We're currently discussing the humans versus vampires in losers bracket.
Indeed.
Ooh, that's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to be a very interesting match. Especially as, Glad just pointed out, humans actually beat vampires in the final week of the regular season.
So they're doing it again.
Yep.
They're doing it again.
Time.
Yeah, they played back to back, which is very interesting.
Indeed. So what do y'all think the score is going to be? I know, Joe, you didn't really get much of the rundown for the teams, but you can still say what you think.
I'm going to be perfectly honest. This is... I know I've not really been able to be involved with this little bit of analysis that much, but I'm going to be frank with you. This is actually a very tough decision for me because, on one hand, you have the humans with their ridiculous ogre shenanigans, and on the other, you have the vampires with their vampires.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. I actually am thinking that it might end up in a tie with the decision, like with the winner being decided either by the kicking.
Oh, I hope not.
There's gonna be an overtime. There will be an overtime.
Or by quite simply it being a third half touchdown.
No, there is an overtime in the finals. It's not like the main season where there can be ties, but there is an overtime.
What ends up happening is there's a third half, and then there's like that kicking thing if the third half still doesn't have
because what are kickoff rules? So after the third half, if there's still no clear winner, it's just a D6 plus remaining rerolls, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's weird if no one gets a touchdown after that third half.
Yeah, I do really dislike the rules, but I understand why they're there.
It's
But-
so that it's like, okay, we get it.
But
yeah,
regardless,
you're even. I got it.
let's look at the score. Who do y'all think gonna win?
So, just based on the actual coach experience, I am
Mhm.
going to give it to Bright Ops, and I'm going to say 2-1. I don't know if that'll be in extra time or in regular time.
Interesting.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 2-1 or a 3-2. I'm not sure who's gonna win. Honestly, I think it's a toss-up, to be perfectly honest. But what I do know is that I'm not gonna be rooting for either of them because I both really like them. On one hand, I wish this was just. Jeez, this is just hard because I like Maz, but I also like. I really like Bright Ops too.
Yeah, I'm not rooting for either, because whichever one of them wins that, assuming I can beat the Halflings this time, means I'm against them next. And I don't
Indeed.
actually know which one I'd rather be against.
You know something?
So-
I'm going to look at the pure perspective of what happened last game. Yes, the vampires did hurt their team, but we also know that the humans actually have one extra Mighty Blow character that can potentially make almost any of those thralls a halfling for armor value wise. So I'm going to give it to humans, and it's going to be a 2-1 win.
Okay, so you're
Alrighty.
getting to the Humies here.
I actually am curious. How far are we in? Are we going on just about the losers first, and then we're going to the winners section, or?
Correct. We're going.
Correct.
We're at the beginning of where the humans versus vampires. Then we're going to talk about Ben versus the orcs, which is our friend with the co-hosting of the analysis.
Gonna be honest.
Indeed.
No offense, but I'm very sorry to say this, Difel, but you're gonna get flinged.
I'm gonna get
You're gonna
flamed.
get flinged. You're going to get flinged. by
Oh,
Bumble.
flinged. To be fair, that is what cost me the week 1 victory, because this is my first matchup of this league, was me versus Bungie's or Ben's Halflings. And yeah, that is actually how we equalised as cheeky fling.
Oh yeah, you didn't really decide on who you think is going to win. You just said one was going to win. I just don't know who.
Yeah, to be honest, with the original thing of just Marek versus Bright Ops. Well, with Marek versus Mental Gymnastic, I honestly don't know, and honestly, I don't want to say because I don't want to be responsible for jinxing or anything like that.
Yeah, these rundowns
all I'm
do
gonna
have,
say, all I'm gonna say is, at the very least, I'm happy to know that one way or another, one of my favorite teams in the losers bracket is getting to the finals of the losers bracket.
All right,
That's
fair
not
enough.
offended by that. I don't know if you should be offended, but I feel offended.
I don't think you need to be because he said to the finals. He didn't say they're gonna win.
True.
To be fair, no offense, but I do like you. I do like you. Just not as much as Maz or Bright Ops.
No, thanks.
Maz has his
think.
Maz just has that little charm, especially with his and Bright Ops. Well, honestly, after that one match I had with him, I just really like him after that one match that I had with him because of just how good it was.
Yeah, let's be
Either
fair,
way,
I'm
we need to
much
move
more
on.
calm.
We gotta go
Yeah.
talk about the halflings versus orcs. This is
Okay,
actually gonna be a fun game. This is gonna be really good.
Yeah, it is going to be interesting. So I played in week 1 when
Indeed.
we were both unskilled.
This reminds me of me versus Bright. Like we first fought in season 1 against each other first time, and then we fought each other at the losers finals in season 1. So it's kind of
Nice.
reminiscent of what's going on with y'all. Just you're not in the finals, you're in the semifinals.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
let's
it's
do
definitely gonna
this
be,
rundown. Let's start with the halflings.
Honestly, the halflings, they would probably be in a much worse position if it weren't for the simple fact that, they'd be in a much worse position if most of their injuries weren't just oh, badly hurt, badly hurt, badly hurt. Because in the match that I had, a lot of them were
Yeah.
badly hurts, not actual lasting damage that results in them being out for the next half.
Yeah,
So,
he's been very lucky
basically-
with injuries.
Basically, he has a full team of halflings. Well, not a full team of halflings, because a full team of halflings is literally a full 16 players, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
he
maybe not
is-
16, but 14, because you're gonna need those star players.
well, you
yeah,
get what I
so
mean.
He's
But-
got 9 plus 2 is 2 trees, so he's got a single reserve against me.
But
I
regardless,
mean, that
he-
single reserve can make a difference, but as you
He
saw in
also
the
has
second half
50k.
of my last match,
Yeah,
they can
he-
just crumple.
he's probably gonna get another halfling.
He also has 50k, so he might have another one by the time we actually play.
He's probably gonna get another halfling. Either way, let's look at some of these players. We got a Sure Hands halfling. That's gonna be a really good halfling if he survives.
Yeah.
We also got a Sneaky Git halfling, which can be really good if he stuns one of those orcs.
Mm,
And then we have a sidestep halfling, who honestly is my favorite halfling next to the sneaky git halfling.
I like
maybe
Sneaky
it's gonna
Git.
be
Some color.
But
so
we
I've got no grabs, so I can't cancel that
Yeah.
sidestep.
Oh, by the way, I just will say, big surprise, navy out of all of these colors is my favorite, other than green.
okay. And now we got
Same.
Wooden Bark,
Mine's red.
which is going to be the biggest things against you. Which we have to include Deep Root because of the inducements that he's going to get.
Honestly, I can already tell what he's going to do. He's
Yeah.
going to get Huggy, and he's going to get Deep Root. So he's going to have 3 Treemen, he's going to have 2 reserved halflings, plus a halfling with the Blodge combo. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Good
this
luck
is
to
very
ya.
Yeah.
Because
Um,
you're the biggest team value out of the entirety of the losers bracket, aren't you?
I'm the highest in value in the entire team.
Yeah, he's in the entire league. The only one close to him is me.
Yeah, yeah. My TV compared to him is like 600 difference roughly.
uh, oh, and he's got
So-
2 really good trees at that, a break tackle tree and a freaking tree with multi-block and regular block.
Yeah. So I know full well I'm going into this without any rerolls because of that halfling.
This is going to be very interesting. And heck, let's do the rundown of your team. You got a lot of block. A lot of
I
block.
do have a lot of block. That is my priority when
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 block, which is actually about even for everyone now, and especially in winners. I
I
think,
have so much block.
yeah,
I'm
he has
dominating
a
the
lot
block
of block.
losers.
But you have the most
You do
block
have the
in
most
losers.
block out of the losers.
You got a troll with
Yeah.
block, which is really good.
Yeah,
Um,
I was lucky on his first level.
Actually, I just realized you never spent your level up on Toxiorc, did
No,
you?
you haven't.
Nope, because I was waiting to see who I got.
You got halflings
So,
now,
let me
so
guess.
you.
I'm,
You
I'm
probably-
I'm calling it here. You're giving him tackle.
Yeah.
I am giving him
Called it.
There you go. He's leveled up.
Tackle.
Oh, that's
Okay.
that done.
And that's a really good player. Let's
Just so you
go
all
ahead and just
read
start talking about the freaking level 4 blitzer. He has block, tackle, agility up, and a movement allowance up, which is really freaking good.
Honestly, Toxiorc, whatever.
Toxiorc. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking it was Toxiorc, but I wasn't sure. Anyway, yeah, he's actually probably one of the best players in the entire league, just by the virtue of the fact that he's gotten 2 stat ups.
Yeah,
2 of
that
them.
was
Yeah.
quite insane.
Yeah, he's really good. I say it's probably
He had the
him,
2
Flood,
best stats.
and the freaking Skaven player.
Yeah.
Skaven
Yeah.
player's number
The
1.
best
He had
players
2.
He's probably number
in the
2.
league. Yeah. If
Yeah.
we're going by pure SPP, though, he's not anywhere close to the best player. But if we're going by pure just what skills they have, he's definitely one of the best in
Yeah.
pure just skillage.
Yeah.
So I know his strength is always pretty good, but without the strength, which is double sixes only, I couldn't really have asked for any better double stat increases. Like agility so you can handle a ball, and movement so you can run farther with that ball.
Oh, and you got a freaking line with dodge.
I know. I rolled double. I had to take something that's double.
I understand. I mean, a blodging freaking orc would be really good to have, so I don't blame you. Regardless, Dauntless, another movement allowance, and a guard black orc, which can be really good.
Yep.
And a kick. Kick can be really good against
Yeah.
halflings.
I was gonna say, actually, against the halflings is where I think it is gonna give me the least value. just because those trees are so damn strong.
Well,
Yeah,
the
trees are
thing
definitely
is,
a big pain.
here's a little tip about stunties. Mainly because I like playing the Goblin team as a stunty. I mean, I've already said this entire league. But the thing about stunties, you can just go around them so easily because you can just punch the liver guy so quickly because he's going to have his big guys on the line.
That is true. So, you know, ideal situation, come the end of the game, he has 2 players left, and that's 2 trees.
Pretty much. That can definitely happen. Heck, when I was playing Goblins, it got real close to it.
Wow. Because I actually had that in another league recently, where a team couldn't set up more than 3 players. And in the tabletop, that actually just means you concede, you lose. It didn't do anything in Blood Bowl 2.
No, it doesn't do anything in Blood Bowl 2. If you don't have any players at all, I think you automatically win, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
You automatically win if you don't have any players at all most of the time. Occasionally, I've seen it where it just says, "Okay, then yeah, you can just go do whatever the hell you want with the ball for the next X amount of turns until the half comes around."
Yeah.
I've seen that happen occasionally.
But
Tabletop was a little different there.
either way, we did this rundown of these teams. Let's give a score. Halflings versus Orcs. Power
I'm gonna
Joe,
say
take it away.
it's gonna be I'm gonna say it's a 3-2 match in favor of halflings.
I was actually going to say 3-2 in the favor of Orcs, but
You don't get to say in this because
Ah,
of course.
yeah, that's right, because you're playing.
there's a bit of bias. Little
Yeah,
bit.
that's just kind of like the bias I'm going to have when we get to the winners bracket and about my match.
But I'm not going to deny it. Orcs are really strong, have a lot of block. The question is, can you take down the trees, or can you stop the halfling throws? That is going to be my question.
This time, at least, I've had some experience playing against halflings, so
And-
I should.
But here's the funny thing.
I say should.
This is his
watch
main.
halflings more.
He loves playing halflings.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, you love playing orcs, so
Definitely
it's
a good
even.
halfling player.
It's even.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I fought him and I wrecked him. You beat me. Granted, you don't have claw, so
This is true. I did beat you. I mean, you
um,
only lost for regular, ain't I?
yeah, you're the only loss against me, or me against someone.
You
But
can't see
regardless-
it, but that made me smile a lot.
I think the Orcs is going to win this one. It's going to be close. It's going to be a 2-1 win for
Actually, I
you.
just realized something.
Yeah.
You know how it was back-to-back matches with the vampires versus the humans?
Indeed.
Hasn't the same happened in the winners bracket?
Yep.
Has it? Let's have a look.
Yep, he's going against the rats again.
I am.
Here's the question, though. Will he be able to pull off the shenanigans this time?
I don't
Who
know.
won last time? I didn't actually see.
I will request kill Basil.
I'm gonna try my best to, man. I tried him last game. Well, heck.
Let's,
What do you want to start with first? Do you want to start with my game, or do you want to start with your game, Joe?
I'm gonna start with your game. How about that? Considering,
That's fine. That's fine
The
with me.
thing is, you have. Let's be perfectly honest. You're just going to completely steamroll him in the terms of the bash. I mean,
Yep.
I'd be surprised if he doesn't.
yeah, that would basically be a genuine shock. You have a lot of block. In fact, in total, you have not 6,
4, 5, 6,
not 7,
8.
but 8.
Yep.
Okay.
You do
So,
have-
yeah, I see
the
what you
only
mean.
issue I would really see is that you only have one person with tackle, which could be a
Yeah.
problem with killing the dodgy rats.
That and
But-
only one stat up, which is unlucky, I think.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping I get a strength Chaos Warrior, but you know the rolls, they come and go. But
So we'll see now. Although, however unlikely, I still want a rat to kill Flood. It doesn't even affect me anymore, but I still want a rat to kill Flood.
Everyone wants to kill Flood. It's just a beastman with 2 heads.
Exactly.
You know, I'm gonna say this here. The reason why everyone wants to kill Flood is because he's one of the best players. The reason why everyone now wanted Basil to die is because, again, he's one of the
He's
best
one of the
players.
Well, he's a
players.
one-turn touchdown rat. I think everyone hates one-turn touchdowns, period.
Let's be honest, everyone hates the one-turn
Yeah.
touchdown or rats. Just automatic stomp on their neck with those studded boots as hard as possible until you
Yep.
hear
Yeah.
a nice sounding. Okay, then I was hoping. Let me try that again. Okay, never mind. Apparently, my neck is not in the position where I can actually crack it that well.
Hang on, put my knuckles. Hang on. Well, I might pick this up.
Actually, that'll work.
Yeah, that's definitely what's gonna happen if I get the chance to. Because I got
There you
12
go.
players.
Oh,
Yeah, if I had like a bit of celery or something, I could just use that, but I don't.
yeah.
So
But yeah, this is actually quite interesting. Is the winners bracket for one of the matches in the winners bracket has the most two hated players in the entire league between Flood and Basil Faulty.
You know what would actually be funny?
If they
You know
both
what actually
killed
be
each
extremely
other.
hilarious? I was gonna say, you know what would be absolutely hilarious and funny? Ends up happening is they end up running at each other, alright? Flood ends up either killing Basil, or Basil ends up killing Flood, and then immediately after the other dies.
Yeah.
well, they both
So,
have two
I think-
heads, so.
I think all 8 of the other players and every single viewer on YouTube wants that to happen.
Let's be honest, everyone would find that to be absolutely frickin' hilarious. That would just be, not
Just a bit.
only would that be completely and utterly fitting, but it would be just amazing. It also means
Yeah.
that Flandry Scarlet would become the most hated player because most experience. Followed
yeah,
by
we haven't got
tail
to your
wagger.
match yet.
Followed by the tail wagger.
But we'll talk about that in a second. Either
Mhm.
way, we didn't really do no rundown with the teams. We got my Minotaur, which doesn't have anything yet.
Let's be honest, we don't really need to do a rundown on your team, on the teams, because let's be honest, you're going to completely smash him into bits like a fine Ming vase smacking against the floor. Well, he's going to have to just dodge with his gutter runners. That's basically it.
On
He's
how
just
fair
going
you
Might
are.
have since gave him paste. So he does have 210k in endorsements.
Yeah, he has a bit of inducements.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, what is the score? I know you say I'm going to stomp on him. But what's the score?
I'm gonna say
Hang on.
2-3.
Quick look over his team. He's missing a thrower. I'm gonna say 3-2 chaos.
I'm gonna say 3-2 chaos.
That is what happened last week too. That's funny.
I didn't even realize that, but yeah, I'm just looking at his injuries at the moment.
I'm gonna be honest.
missing
All you need to
two.
do to defeat him is just take out the gutter runners and
Yeah, he has 0 reserves. Although he could buy 1 lineman, although it doesn't really help him because he's
to
gonna
be
have
honest,
2 journeymen.
I'm just gonna say this. After this match, I wouldn't be surprised if after this match it looked like the snap just happened.
Yeah, I
I
think
can
this
tell
might
you
be
this
the.
though. One thing I'm planning on doing in that game is to level up my Minotaur.
Okay, so.
Gonna be
that's
honest,
not
though-
planning on winning.
To be perfectly honest, though, despite the fact that I have a kind of rivalry with the Ratchet Rationalist, I do kind of want him to win just by the virtue of if I win my match, I don't want to go up against you.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'd love Pig Dog to win because it'd be funny.
He's the underdog. Everyone loves the underdog.
I mean,
Exactly.
I'm kind of the underdog too, considering,
But as the only one to beat Glad all season, and knowing I did it by out killing him, I just don't see this game winning this. They'll
Yeah.
get the 1-2 touchdowns, maybe, and then they'll die, and then Glad will go get another 2
Honestly,
touchdowns.
honestly though, to be fair, if the Ratchet Rationalists get a single blitz, then that's gonna cause problems for Gladiator.
It can be, but it
Possible.
also cannot be. It depends on the situation.
It
'Cause if he
depends on
goes
the state
in-
of the match. If it
yeah.
happens early on after his first one-turn touchdown or whatever, yeah, you're kind of screwed. You're
Not-
going to be in a
Not
bad
necessarily.
position in terms of touchdowns.
Not
for the beginning
necessarily,
of the
because
game,
he
and you're gonna
comes
need to
in,
work
I'll
hard
have
to
my
get
turn
those.
after that.
Well, yes, but like what
He
I'm
would've got a
saying is
touchdown
it's
in
going
that
to cause
turn,
a
though.
major problem, and chances are that'll end up resulting in you being down 2 touchdowns and needing to
That
go
is
from
possible.
there.
We can't deny it.
Yeah.
I've been
But with
freaking.
no resilience.
I got blitzed against my game in my other league, and I got blitzed twice. It was against elves and it sucked. And I was playing necromantic.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Either way, let's
Getting
move
blitzed
on.
by elves or Skaven is not fun.
Yeah, it's not.
No.
But let's move on. It's going to be the necromantic team of the Necrocorp versus the Amazons with
The Hackaway boundary breakers.
Thank you, because I was going to screw that name up altogether.
I
Hackaway.
don't even attempt to say it. I just go, yeah, that
It's
anime
not
dude.
even that. It's not even that difficult. It's Hackaway.
Anime dude.
Seriously, how is Hackaway that difficult? It's
like
saying-
not.
Now I'm reminded of that one skit by Roz D. Just it's just Soonj win.
Let's be honest, we're both English here, so yeah,
Ye-
we don't look at
Yeah,
Japanese that
like-
much.
It is quite simple. You have committed a grave dishonor and a shame
must
to display.
Commit
you must
Sudoku.
commit seppuku to
No,
regain
Sudoku.
your honor.
Oh man,
Regardless,
he's going all crazy.
I think he is.
I'm not
Sorry,
going crazy.
I've
Regardless.
actually done some education in Japanese, and I still have no decent accent, especially compared to that. That was pretty good.
Why, thank you. It is actually fairly easy, especially when I can do a glorious Russian accent so easily.
Not bad, not bad. But let's look at these teams. Let's look at your Amazons first.
Indeed. So
Block.
Amazon's fair.
Block everywhere.
Yeah,
Lodge.
there is a lot.
Lodge everywhere.
1, 2, 3,
Lodge
You do
for
have a
hands.
lodge.
6,
9
7,
blodgers.
8, 9.
9.
That is a lot of blodging.
Yeah.
9
That's the-
blodgers.
And you got 2 guards, and one of them is your killer.
Yep.
To be fair, being on the killer might not be a good thing.
Yeah, but I'm actually kind of questioning the guard decision on the killer too.
To
Yeah.
be honest, the reason why I did it is because I was thinking I either put tackle, guard, or frenzy. And while I was considering frenzy quite a bit, I figured it would be better to have guard because I'm not gonna. In this league, there's only one team that I could go against in which having constantly using piling on would be a viable tactic. Essentially, I'm going to have to wait until I get an armor break to actually be able to do piling on with Flandry. So therefore,
Well, at
I
least
thought it was
effectively.
better
You
to
can do
actually,
it, but it's effective. It's not as effective.
yeah,
But
you get
then,
what I'm basically saying.
But I know what
you
you
not
mean.
have taken a wrestle or something. So if they're hitting you rather than a both down, you can take wrestle, pick stuff down where it's safe.
To be honest, I'd rather not do a wrestle, considering the
Yeah.
fact that would just be like, oh,
This
hey,
is a good
let's wrestle
fouling
them, surround
opportunity,
them, and stomp on their neck.
Yep.
True, but the way I block, it's usually if I get a push or in your case dodge, if I get the stumble, there's a very, very high chance I'm hitting you again.
Yeah.
With at least if it was both downs, you could put yourself down and then hope the opponent doesn't have a dirty player or a fouler.
Well, let's be honest. If he fought me or Black, we're going to foul him regardless because that's a really good killer, and we don't want to.
That
We
too.
don't want the enemy team to be killing. We want to be doing killing ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm not.
Um,
The funny thing
is-
is, with my inducements, since that's another thing I'm getting
Yeah.
1K
100.
worth of inducements. I'm actually considering getting an apothecary.
not a
I
bad
do not-
decision.
It's going to be either I'm thinking either an apothecary or a bribe, but
Yeah.
considering it's necromantic, I'm thinking apothecary.
Wait, how much gold do you have? You
See,
could
I'd
get
actually-
you
I'd
could get
actually
a
go-
wizard.
I thought they're 150.
Yeah.
They are,
He will
but
get-
theoretically, I could buy
Yeah,
one.
he
if I
has 90k
spend money.
extra petty cash.
True. I'd
I'll have
actually quite
100K.
tempted
I'd have to
go-
spend 50K worth of my own gold for that, though.
Yeah, I'd be tempted to go double Bloodweiser actually.
That's
Because
not
he's gonna
bad.
break your armor. Actually, I say he's gonna break your armor claw. You're already 7 anyway.
Yep. His claw's not gonna be really very effective against him.
Honestly,
Which-
if I can take out the, if I can actually manage to take out the 2 whites and pin Ishmael, I'll probably be able to be fine on the Blodge front,
Yeah.
because the only person who can really deal with my Blodge shenanigans is the Whites and the one werewolf that is just behind Flandry in terms of experience.
Yeah, for how little dodge there is in our league, it's interesting that Black went 3 tackles.
That is actually, I mean, it's almost as if he was aiming directly for me. Or the
I
Either
know,
aiming
right?
at you or have. Well, to be fair, when I was playing in the first season, I was playing goblins. I don't know why, but he really did not want to fight my goblins. So I kept on seeing him adding tackle and another
I
tackle
think Black
and another
Templar
tackle
just
and
really
another
does not
tackle.
like the. I think Black Templar really doesn't like dodgy or blodgy teams.
It
I don't
does
know
look
why.
that way.
I wonder what's giving me that feeling.
I mean, to be fair, the first season we did have 2 elves, but one of them was Elf Union, the other one was Wood Elves.
But still, then tackle makes much more sense.
Yeah.
So you look at our current 10-man, and other than the Amazons and the Halflings,
There's not much.
that is not a lot of dodge.
I mean, there is
One
the
fifth
skinks.
start with dodge.
Well,
And skinks, yeah.
I mean, technically, you could argue about the Skinks and also the Skaven, but I mean, that's not too many of the players, and in dodging styles aren't too dodgy matches aren't too popular with the
Exactly.
the agility 1 lizardmen.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to be fair, this is gonna be really close. We got a Vlodge, a zombie, and a freaking werewolf.
Yeah.
Considering how
just see that.
badly my luck was in the last match against Black Templar, I'm really hoping that the coin in that regard has flipped.
It might. It definitely might.
You know how many
Potential.
going for it's I failed there.
Yeah, you did have some gnarly dice, didn't you? And all of his zombies doesn't have any skills, but he does have 2 potentials to foul you, if not more, depending on the rolls.
He does.
To be honest, I'm honestly going to be... To be perfectly honest, this can actually really go either way.
It really can.
Yeah.
If the
A lot of
Whites
these
and the one werewolf with tackle go down or constantly knocked down for most of the match,
Mhm.
I think I actually have a good chance of basically keeping my guys out and potentially out bashing him.
Oh, heck yeah.
You do,
Otherwise-
but Black's pretty smart. You should realize the same
Oh.
and keep those Whites pretty protected.
Yeah, obviously, but even if, so long as, honestly, I have 2 options here. I can either try and outbash him, or I can try and just make him always have to blitz with those players specifically. So that way
Yeah.
he constantly has to waste, well, so that way he can at most have only 1 tackle attack against me
Mhm.
per
Yeah,
turn.
And I think
Fair.
that is the way you win, is by making those 3 tackles.
And
Like,
heck, you
it's
gotta throw a character and an Agi 4 line woman.
Yeah, that is also quite nice.
So
The fun thing about the
yeah.
the thrower, I was considering getting accurate. I was gonna give her accurate, but then obviously she rolled doubles. I was able to get strength, and I thought if I level up her again, I can get accurate, and then short, quick, and long. Short and quick passes would automatically fail on only a 1, and long
Yeah.
passes would only fail on a 2. So I thought
Yeah.
it was better to just give her the strong arm in the hopes that she would level up
Well,
by now.
she rolled doubles, so I don't blame you for selecting strong arm. On a passer, obviously, and you got a really good catcher too now. So
Yeah.
I can definitely see the passing game with your not halflings. I was about to say halflings, but your Amazons. You might as well say halflings, but they have a lot more block. Anyways,
touch.
what is going to be the score for that game, Eternal?
Again, pretty difficult to pick. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna say it's a 2-1.
But in favor of who?
Yeah.
That's the important question.
So both of you beat me.
Yes,
I'm
we
s-
both beat each other, and I lost
I'm-
horribly to Black Templar. With
Yeah, I was about to
I
say,
would
I'm gonna
honestly, I just that internal screaming when I just roll a 1, fail it, and I'm like, okay, I'm re-rolling this, going for it because I need to do, and just I'm gonna try and get that touchdown. Rolls
Followed by another
after, just 1, 6, 1, just Especially considering, while I wasn't thinking of it at the time, I just wanted a touchdown to just like be able to get the half done. And I wasn't really thinking of it at the time. But that was actually probably my best move, considering the fact that if I didn't do that, just rush at them with the werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm giving a 2-1 to Black. I think he might cause a few too many injuries to you.
You know
That's
something?
understandable.
I'm actually going.
The funny
And those
thing
tackles.
is, you're actually going to give it to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you.
Huh. So we have a split here.
The reason why,
Okay.
number one, I fought both of you and won. Now, yes, Black could have titled me, but Nuffle said no. Number two,
True.
I fought against you, your Amazons, and on how you played against me in that match showed me that you can be really good and just halt his entire thing to a slog.
Whereas you
I
were.
can just play the whole. I'm sorry. You have to pass these 50 safety checks and go only 1 inch at a time. We'll just be standing here, slowly backing you up, and leading you to the touchdown. And, oh wait, is the time up? Okay, then give us the ball.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and you can select your battles like that. If say for example you're on defense, you select your battles. You don't have to worry about doing anything reckless. You can just bide your time. That's what I think is going to be the deciding factor. If you get bad rolls, and if your armor rolls get completely wrecked apart by the Necromancer team, yes, you're going to
Like
lose.
what happened last time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
'cause
But
Joe,
if you get good rolls and Nuffle is with you for a change, this is going to be a horrible match for Black.
yeah, because Joe, when did me and you play? Was it week 2 or week 3?
It was week 2,
I thought it was.
and
Yeah,
it was a
so-
0-0. It was a 1-0 match with me me basically pulling a win out of a hat, as
Yeah.
usual. You know,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest.
'cause-
Over half of my wins have just been. In fact, I think almost all of my wins have just, except for the one against humans, and if you count the one against. Actually, yeah, all of my wins except for my match against humans have just been me pulling the win out of a hat.
Yeah. So, because we played so early, you're against unskilled orcs, and I know Amazons are either the best or one of the best low team value teams. So I
They're-
didn't get a full.
Basically, with
impression.
Amazons, they're the best early game team. Well,
Yeah.
one of the best early game teams, and however, that quality goes a bit down as they gain more experience. However, they're definitely still, even in high team value games, competitive.
Oh, definitely. It's not like Norse where you just see, because they can't get no dodge or blodge or anything. They get blodge all the time, and they're really hard to bring down until they go down, and then they just start getting injured. That's the fail
Yeah,
point
then
of
they die.
Amazons. But
Yeah.
that's why
So-
I think the Amazon is going to win. I think it's going to be a 2-1, if not a 3-2.
So
Honestly,
you
I'm
going the
kinda-
other way.
I'm kind of leaning to a lot of touchdowns in this match due to
Oh,
the simple
definitely.
fact of just I'm going to try and just. I think normally I go for a bashy game. Honestly, thinking about it, I think that might not be the best decision, except for when I'm on the offensive, particularly. I honestly, I'm a semi-bashy team, and most of the time I just kind of like have it as a switch, like, oh, full bashy, oh, full just go dodgy. But
Yeah.
in this instance, I think I'm gonna need to find a middle ground.
You do. You definitely do, because you got the werewolves really, really fast and can hurt your players because they get 2 attempts to hurt you guys.
To be fair, the whole frenzy thing can work just as well for him as it can work against him.
Yes,
After
but
all,
with most
just
good
A
players,
push
they
followed,
know
you
how
know,
to use
followed
frenzy.
by,
Yeah, most good players, the frenzy is not a negative anymore.
Yeah.
And it's also the best skill to surf people.
Mm-hmm.
That too. Yeah, I've made a few mistakes this season with against frenzy.
Yep.
Tip 1 against frenzy: if they're on the attack, never put any player 1 tile away from the side of the pitch.
Yeah, and that's my usual setup, and sometimes I've just done it. It's like, oh crap, they're frenzy! Bye-bye, one of my players.
Yeah, pretty much.
Indeed.
You're not getting him back for the rest of the half, if at all.
But regardless, let's do this. Me and Pirate Joe won't be able to say who wins our league, but we can definitely see who wins your league and vice versa. Who do you think is going to win the winners, Eternal? All together.
Winners, if we're decided now, so I do think Necro will be Amazon, and then I think Chaos should, in theory, beat Skaven. And then I think Chaos will beat Necro. I do think Glad could potentially pull this out, even if he did lose it last season. I think the Chaos should, again, if Nuffle favours him better than it did against me,
Yeah.
get him the injury rolls early enough that he can just outnumber and then outscore. So I am going to give it to Raging can't even speak.
Raging Catastrophes.
Thank you.
Alright,
Just
so
because this should get enough injuries.
you think I'm going to win? I
Well, as
appreciate
for the
it.
losers, I'm going to say it's either going to be Maz or Bright Ops.
Ooh.
I'm rooting.
Okay.
I'm biased in this regard, but I'm gonna say it here. It's Maz or it's gonna be Bright.
Alright. Let's be frank
Okay.
here. I'm going to disagree with that. I think it's going to be Orcs.
Yay!
That, if not Orcs, I think it's going to be Bright Ops.
You know, it'd be absolutely
Probably.
hilarious. You just saying, "Oh, it's gonna be the Orcs." Orcs loses their first match.
But
Don't jinx
the
me.
reason
Don't
why I
jinx me.
think the Orcs is going to win, Bright is not like secondary if he wins, because if he beats the humans, all you think he has left is the halflings if he loses, or the Orcs. Which the Orcs would be a tough game to play against, same for both humans or vampire. So yeah, Orcs is
Little bit.
is definitely the hardest team to fight against in the losers league. If I went back and fought against the humans now, I'd probably stomp on them. Same for the freaking vampires. Halflings, don't even worry about it.
I can't even remember my result against Bright, but I do know there was a little bit of a controversy over my match against Maz and some outside coaching.
What
Not
do you
salty.
mean? What happened?
Is
I thought that was against
Some-
freaking Lizardman.
Oh, you
and
mean
Skaven.
the...
I feel
With
like
the Lizardman, I
outside
definitely
coaches.
did. With the Lizardman, I was just definitely like just feeding information to him.
Yeah, so that's happened to me at least 3
You know, I
times
find
this
it
season.
absolutely, I find it absolutely hilarious. You beat the best, you beat essentially the #1 team in the bracket, and also lost to the last place team. In the
I know,
bracket
I know.
Simultaneously.
Oh, don't remind me.
That is quite ironic, isn't it?
You know, I don't know what that. You know, I'm not sure if that says more about just. I'm not sure what that says. Does that just say that in reality all of us are of equal skill, or does that just say that your entire strategy relies on luck? Or does that just mean, or does that really just mean all of us are god awful in Blood Bowl and just occasionally make right decisions more than others?
I like the last part a little bit better. I was just plain out luck.
Pretty much. I'm going with the luck one. So in my losses, I'm completely blaming Nuffle. In my wins, I'm praising Nuffle. And
I'm
yeah,
reminded, there's this one game where essentially you can actually like have skills and stuff for your own character in it, and one of the things in the game is called a critical hit, which basically
Okay.
increases the ability of you getting which basically allows you to get a critical hit, and you can take multiple critical hits, as many as 20, unless of course you take a negative, which will give you more points.
So is
I
that a
have
guarantee or?
I have a skill set up called All Skill, No Luck. That's just nothing but critical hits.
Oh wow.
You know something else
Yeah.
is funny? Your team for your Orcs are 3-3-3. You're in 6th place, so you're essentially in midway. You're mid-tier for everyone.
Yeah. Mid league, mid result. I'm
You are
apparently
literally
very
the-
very average.
You're literally just you're literally the embodiment of Joe Average.
Yeah. I did.
Really, really lucky. You beat the one of the best teams in there, and you also lost against the worst team in there.
Actually, I have a question.
Okay.
You have 5K. You can buy. Oh wait, no, you can't buy in Goblin.
I can
thought
buy
it was only
Goblin.
5K.
A Goblin's
I was
4K.
gonna say,
Oh,
I was
4K.
going to say, as a joke, you could buy Perfectly Balanced. Because let's be honest, your entire results have been perfectly balanced.
No,
as
he
all
can buy a
things should
Goblin.
be.
He can buy a Goblin.
I
I'm not
can
even
buy a
joking.
goblin.
You are literally perfectly balanced. You have 3
I know.
wins, 3 draws, 3
Wait.
losses.
Hey, I
And
got.
won against the most skilled, one of the best players in the league, and lost against one of the worst. You are literally the embodiment of perfectly balanced as all things should be.
You know something
Yeah,
you could
so-
do? You could do that,
What's that?
exactly what he said. Or you could do a throwback to season 1 and put Batman in there.
Ooh, I won in season 1.
I know you weren't.
Explain.
You were
Uh,
going. Are you suggesting naming the Goblin Batman?
Yes.
Why?
Because
You know, I think what he would do if he named a Goblin Batman is he would just constantly attempt to throw Batman in the attempts to have Batman eaten.
Okay, this is why. This is why. If you go back to the main season 1 and you look at the actually you can just go Hall of Fame right now and look at the Hall of Fame and go to the biggest brutes.
Fame. That's main season, right?
Yeah, regular, just main season. Go to biggest
Yes,
brutes
yep,
and
it's
look who's there.
Why is a goblin?
To be fair, he's tied with the Newcastle Nightmares. Do remember that.
Hey. Who's the one that has a chainsaw here?
Doesn't that just make the guy who's tied with him more impressive?
Not really. Because
I'd
he's a
say
goblin.
Yeah, because
It's a goblin.
yeah, but it's a goblin with a chainsaw, as you just pointed out.
It's still
As
a
it turns out, having an actual weapon instead of using your fists like a true man is kind of an advantage.
So let's
a very
be
big
fair. A
advantage.
goblin using his fist against a human is not fair.
No, but then the fact that Joe's
mean-
going true man against the human player is even better.
Either way,
I
we
mean,
got to
let's
end
be
it here.
honest.
We are
Let's be
dragging it
honest.
on. We're getting out of topic. Either way,
Yeah.
we got to
Nailed
end it.
nailed
We
We do.
I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for watching. Take it easy, and we shall see all of you hopefully either at the end of this or next season of the YouTuber League.
To be honest, I hope we get to talk like at the very, very finals just for a short bit to basically just hype it up, look at all the players' stats,
Yeah.
like talk about each individual player like this was some kind of actual proper football league thing.
Yeah,
I'd absolutely love a little, a mini episode of
we might have
this.
to do that. Definitely might have
Just
to do that.
finals, the Hall of Fame rundown, because we haven't actually checked on that, and I know the episode's getting a little long, so we won't now.
To be honest, I'm gonna be honestly. I wish, to be perfectly honest with the Hall of Fame, I wish that Itsuka Ryuji was a bit higher on the best punching bags list because they are actually tied with a shit ton of other people for fourth.
Hey,
with
don't
four.
spoil next episode.
Exactly.
I
Let's
mean,
worry
Hall
about
of
it
Fame-
later.
I mean, it's not so much of a spoiler considering chances are that'll go up. That'll go up maybe once or twice after my next match.
Either way,
I don't think it. No, it won't, because it's now separate leagues. So it'd be Hall of Fame rundown for the main league only.
You get what I mean, though.
but thank you all for watching. Take it easy, and we shall see all of you in the next gaming video.
Indeedy, and as always, have a wonderful day.